Okay, Jamal, so let's take everyone out on those roads right now, see how things are settling in this afternoon. Always good to try and find those good deals on gas when you can. We're taking a check on Garner's Ferry, I-77, rolling along nice and smooth for this time of the day. We're still seeing some sun out there. It's mixing it up with clouds right now, but honestly, still pretty pleasant lunchtime conditions. Whatever you got to do in terms of early afternoon travel right now, big thumbs up from me. We got some mid-80s here between Lexington over to Sumter as well. Really anywhere around our capital city, we're holding tight with a lot of these marks. Still seeing a bit more clouds mixing in down towards the south, but still not as much out towards the west. We've got Newberry, Saluda, Batesburg, Leesville, plenty of spots right now. Lower 80s, but that sun, of course, trying to do its job, getting us back to around seasonable levels or just below. That has been something so consistent with these temperatures. We haven't really seen too much in the way of them getting above average into this week. The rain has all been around. We've seen more clouds mixing in at times and thunderstorm productivity. And this has just been a good change of pace for the region. It's what we needed to see. And here you go. I want to give you that view again, that big widespread expansive check on the southeastern U.S. because this is just what we're holding in. It has been a holding pattern for a long time, and it's still continuing to set the stage for us later in the day to just see more rain pan out. And that's what happens when you see a stationary front like this. It stalls out. It helps us really stick with a lot of this moisture. Winds remain out of the south and west. Everything continues to build up into the region, and then it finally gives way. Once we get late into the day, we see more of that instability. So let's focus on this as we get a bit more into the afternoon. We're seeing this right here. Look at this, 6 o'clock, 7. Everything going to be settling again late into the day. We talked about this so much last week. You know, it's getting to the point of feeling like a broken record. But again, just got to keep giving you those explanations. Why am I not seeing much later into the day? You got to really wait till things heat up a little bit. And then finally, of course, even holding steady with some of that heat coming off the surface later in our evenings. Because you got to think, all right, we absorb it. And then later in the day, it gives off. It continues to try and, pump some energy into those thunderstorms. So we'll see that today. More spotty. I'm only going 30% now for the rest of this day. Starts to fill in a little bit more for Tuesday afternoon. So take a check here. A little spotty still, but I will anticipate it to fill in a little bit more for your Tuesday. Wednesday is actually when I anticipate a bit more widespread coverage as we push forward into a bit more of this moisture holding tight for the region. Overnight conditions still not too aggressive. Anticipating that to continue to be a bit calmer into the middle of this week. But here you go. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock on Wednesday, it's bubbling up again. Got to be mindful later into these days as we continue to roll along. As we get you through, of course, more of these conditions, we saw a drier first half of the day. We're transitioning to some PM storm potential. 91 this afternoon, and as we go forward, a little bit hotter. 93 Tuesday and Wednesday. Despite the potential to see some of those storms come together, it looks like we could heat up a little bit quicker into those afternoons. So just, of course, go through the motions as we first alert you for to stay weather aware. PM hours is always where we've been looking, and that's something we can continue to see as a problem late this week with cooler temperatures.